to learn. Are you
Yes.
ready? She said, yes, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready.
Morning,
There we go.
Lord.
We in bed.
What we learning? What would the learn it is?
And whatever need to be learned to it on that day and on that moment. Positive vibes though only. Positive. Listen,
Positive vibes only, please and
we
thank
don't want
you.
no problems, no problems.
At all. Good morning, Mrs. Ryder, to you. Good morning,
He
Co-Traffic,
must have been a good
CO
dude.
Traffic.
Salute to the loud night rider in the building, co-traffic in the building, Miss Ryder,
Ryder.
Pretty Blue, the first one to say yoo-hoo. She was in the building, rest up, get the
Good
lights up,
morning.
that part. Y'all know what the vibes is, and share
Good
them live. Look,
morning.
share them with your friends, your enemy, anybody. You hear me? We got our own lives, but me and B Love, we want to menage with the world. You know what I'm talking about? I know y'all love us dearly, want to hold us here, but we trying to menage with the world. You hear me? And get out there.
Everybody.
Music for God
Good
too. Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Travis say be
Happy
love some
Hump Day. Good morning,
pretty blue.
Pretty
Good
Blue.
morning. Uh-oh.
How are
Uh-oh.
ya? It's a happy Hump Day. Come on in, get the likes up.
That's a fact of Mundo. I
Let's
got
get ready
somebody
to
is
talk
a
that
homie
ish.
that's putting together our first bit of merch for you and
Oh,
I to wear. Their hats or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna be surprised.
excited.
Yes indeed. And we're gonna give some pub and some shine on a Friday too. If not this
Good
Friday,
morning,
maybe
Miss P.
another Friday, but he's dope. Like
Okay, I
Sean, what's
can't
up with you?
wait.
Come on over to YouTube.
I'm
Toya
blessed,
Danielle,
Pretty Blue. It's
one
good to
lady,
see you, lady.
Jada Mayer, Ash Cash. All y'all come on over to the YouTube. That
Over
part.
to the YouTube. Y'all let us know what you want to talk about. We're going to be talking about everything, but if there's anything in particular y'all want to talk about, let us know about it.
Okay.
We're going to welcome everybody in for a
Let me
few
get you right.
minutes. Let us know how you're doing.
Let me get
Let
us
us know
right.
what's going on. There we
There
go.
she go.
Yay! Live and in person. My hair
Live
looking
and
crazy.
direct.
Y'all just gonna have to love me or leave me alone.
Girl, you good. I look crazy, y'all. I'm like, you good?
I'm mad right now because last night I watched the Washington Nationals spank my Mets, and I was not happy about it. I was so not happy about it. So now I gotta look and feel for the next 2 hours with that
Isn't he
Washington hat on.
lovely?
I don't like it.
That's what you get for
good,
liking the Mets in the
good morning.
first
First of all, it's called loyalty,
place.
and people clearly don't have it anymore.
Lord.
You're loyal when you still rock with a team who's never won the championship like the Jets, or you know what I'm saying, or you can rock with the Mets who hasn't won a damn World Series in I don't know how long. Thank you so
It
much,
just
Miss
says that
Trina.
you root for the underdog. You root for the underdog. It's all right.
Yeah.
Burrow. It's all right.
It's a it's a heartbreaking experience. Good morning, the real Packy Week. Good morning,
Paggy Reed coming through that pack
Tracy.
that reeks. Woo wee. Trina
Good
Pick said, "Oh,
morning,
you
well made
lovely,
design.
you lovely." Tracy
Thank you
T in the
so
place
much.
to
I
be.
love that. Morning, well made
Will
design. Stop capping. Good morning.
stop capping.
Good morning.
Salute.
Good morning. What y'all want to talk
Oh,
about? We're gonna talk about
we
a
might
bunch
have to
of
get
stuff, but let us know what you want to talk about.
them donations back up. You know what I'm saying? Look,
You can't hear me?
no, you good. It's just starting a little bit. You
It
good,
ain't me. It is not me. I am stationary.
ladies and
The
gentlemen? Let us know.
gang.
Listen, I'll go into my Jerry Lewis-a-thon real quick. You know what I'm saying? We can get her right. You know.
It's becoming a weekly thing.
It's
Good
gonna be
morning,
all
Miss
right.
Piggy Lace. Happy Hump Day.
Appreciate that.
Happy Hump Day, guys.
Piggy Lace, the gang. Yeah, good morning, gang. That part. What?
That's right. Good morning, gang. It's a
How you
hump
feeling on this
day.
hump day? How you feeling?
I feel I feel blessed to be alive because there's a
You
lot
said
of
you had to
people
think.
who
You said that like you had to think about it. Your eyes went up like, hold up, do
I
am I?
know. And listen, life is real. You know what I'm saying? And I keep
Definitely,
it real with you guys always.
definitely.
And some days just be, it's just a lot. It's just a
Harder than
lot.
others. Mm,
Yeah. And you just
that's
do what you do to get through. For me, it's, prayer and listening to good music. Like yesterday on the way into work, I was listening to Tony Braxton's catalog, right? Because I'm getting in that place where I'm not jumping around. I just want to listen to an artist through. I was
chill
saying that
and
last. It was crazy is when you listen to these music
jazz.
catalogs, um, you just start listening to good music from like when they started all the way to
You
their current
you too,
date.
Black
And
Shelly.
you just like really rocking out. It's fast, slow, it's slow stuff, and it's all good. 78 ladies like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Night Rider.
That
Miss
part.
Piggy Lace. Yeah, music for God too. It's a whole joke how my internet really needs assistance. Happy. It really. It's only when I'm traveling. It's only when I'm traveling. That's when I need help.
So where you
But
at there? Where you traveling to?
I'm home now. But last week I was at the office, and it just be one of those balancing acts that don't be successful sometimes.
Oh
How
yeah.
you feeling,
I
co-host?
feel- I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling wonderful. Miss Ryder was saying Tony Braxton's in the hospital. She did have a surgery or operation, a procedure or whatever to clear artery.
Really?
Clear artery. Yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Me, I'm good. You know, I had an
Oh, I
emergency
didn't know that.
meeting on Monday. I had an emergency meeting on Monday. So that's why the totality of the morning show did not happen or whatever. But all is well. You know, God is
Yes.
good. Got to bob and weave, roll with the punches, and deal with what come as it may. You feel me? But we here. It's Hump Day,
Yes.
and you know my energy is back up to 1,000 plus on top of the par. You hear me?
Yes. Yes. We love. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. Prayers up for Tony Braxton. Love her. I'm telling you, for 2 hours straight, I was just listening to Tony music. Like, how crazy is that? How many artists today can say that they have that kind of catalog from slow to fast, from Boomerang to the first album to her and Babyface? Like, it was just, I loved it all. I was like, thank you, Tony. Thank you for this morning.
You know
God is
what?
good
That
all the
project that her and
time.
Babyface has too is kind of like underrated. That
Yeah.
last project Babyface did was actually really good
Yeah,
too.
but it's funny because just listening to it without trying to like change channels, there were songs that I hadn't heard on that album. I knew the album was out, and there was a couple of songs that I really liked. But it gave me the opportunity to just listen to good music. And Mark was just saying the other day how R&B is dead. Diddy said it last year. He was like, R&B is dead. And watching the
Good.
Whitney Houston movie. Have you watched that Whitney Houston movie? Phil, has
It's
anybody in
been a
the
while. Yeah, it's been a
the
while, but yeah, I
the
did
one that
see it.
was in the movie?
I
Because there
believe
was
so.
one that just went to the movies, I think, a few months ago, which I didn't really like. So with the Whitney Houston thing, there's a couple of movies. There's the Bobby Brown version of the story. There's kind of like the middle version of the story, and then this one is the Whitney side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And they omitted a lot of stuff, but it was nice to, I guess, see her side of the perspective. But man, what a voice! What a voice and what a
Phenomenal.
talent. And it's just like we've gotten away from R&B. Like, who are you listening to today from an artist perspective? Are you listening to anybody?
There's a lot of good ones on the horizon. Be love.
Who? Talk about it.
Check my stories on
Yeah,
YouTube on Instagram. I'm always posting new and upcoming R&B because I love music. I love some good singing. I love good harmony, and there's a lot of dope individuals out there bringing it back, like talking that talk while
really.
singing. While singing, like they ain't just talking about just hit it from the back and do me right and
Well, Danny
I
to the
do
side.
all that. No. They actually singing about topics about
Her.
issues, and they're relatable, and there'll be songs that you could go back to years from now. So
Okay.
that era is trying to squeeze its way in and squeeze some of the other things out, which is good because we need more. We
We
need
need it.
more of the sustainable music as opposed to just the in the moment hit for now, and you're thinking about it years from now. We need those, like the old school joints where you can say, "Man, listen, I can put that song on and it'll get me through the day," or I can put that song on and it can tell my whole relationship, or I can put that song on and really get me some. You know what?
Okay.
You
You got
feel me?
that give me some list.
Give me some. Either make a baby or act like it. What? You
That's
know?
so funny. Yo.
And then
Knight Rider and
and then
Miss
and
Tree.
then when he or she get on your nerves after the fact, he,
You got the Go F You song.
talking you through that too. Listen,
That Go F
righteously,
You so.
man, you hear me? They still got them, but they saying it in such a way that you like, yeah, girl, yeah, homie, yeah, sing that, talk that, yeah, that she did
Ish,
that, he did that,
exactly. You
that
and
part.
her does that. Music for God and Miss Trina. Yes, her the artist
Hmm.
is one of my favorites in the game right now. She is amazing, and she said she does everything that Phil just said. She talks that ish for real, and she's still current and relevant, and it's good music. Um, yeah, I have to then pay attention to your stories and kind of listen to some of these because when I be hearing songs, it could be like in a soundtrack or something that I wasn't at least it's something in the background where I'm like, what is that? Like who's singing that? Chris Brown, Summer Walker, Brent. Chris Brown has 1,000 songs out. I'm gonna have to listen to his catalog, but he has so much music out that it's just like
The one
get a
project he
hit.
did, the one project
Which
he
one?
did, I think it was a triple disc project. He didn't get enough props for because that whole project it catered to a younger audience as well as his core audience as well as an older audience, and he gave you back to back hits, whether they were up tempo, slow. The whole project was like that, and they
It
kind of
had like
made it
40 songs on it though, right?
40
It had like
something
40.
joints.
Who
Yeah,
got time to listen to 40 new songs though, Phil?
listen.
If,
You got
if you
these
can listen
fanatics out
to
here. Oh,
15 songs.
Chris, he ain't going outside this weekend. Chris got a new project. I got to hear it. I got to hear it.
Not 40 songs. I ain't got
You
time.
feel me? He said, I can't
I
do it.
ain't
I
got
can't.
time for 40 songs.
When
I'm
you
gonna have to
listen
just
about
hear those
5 or 10 on
hits.
the way to the office this day, then you come back, listen to 5 or 10 on the way home, then you start, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be.
I
Amir
mean,
was good, man.
sometimes his stuff look. Good morning, Amir. Um,
Wait, breathe,
Miss
breathe.
Ryder said, unfortunately, Chris Brown won't get the recognition that he deserves due to.
Due to that
It's so
situation.
funny how they just can't forgive him, even though Rihanna has. Like how we just
Mm.
can't get past that situation. Mind you, there's other artists out here who have done some really not cool things. And listen, you already know it goes without saying. Like the whole put your hands on your keep your hands to yourself. That just kind of goes without saying. But people make mistakes, and hopefully he's learned from those mistakes. But it kind of goes to, do we now stop listening to R. Kelly because he was pissing on young girls? Like that to me is
Hell
worse
yeah.
than
Hell yeah.
then I mean, all is bad. Let's just be clear. It's all bad.
We don't want to go down to
Hey,
R.
Queenie
Kelly.
Bree Bree. Hey, Watchman. Good morning.
Rest up.
Yeah,
I
people need
appreciate
to.
you, brethren. Good money gang is in
Oh,
the building.
thank you.
R&B is
Rest
dead in my
up.
bedroom. That part. Hey, rest up.
Okay.
Let's get have at it. Rest up. Have at it.
Okay.
Listen.
It is. People, you can't crucify someone for making a mistake. Yeah, exactly. I think he's definitely learned from it. And then again, it goes to, if we stop listening to music from artists who've done stuff
Part.
behind the scenes, the list would be super long. Straight up.
Long, strong. From the artists to the producers to the managers to the record label execs. it'd be a lot of banning and me tooing and a lot of people that y'all would not be rocking with. Listen, whether it be rap, R&B, jazz, rock and roll, pop, whatever, you name it. It's a lot of people out here and a whole lot of bullshittery, as I like to say, that you would be like, hold up, what? They doing what? Or they what?
Yeah, you know what, Pretty Blue, you right. There are women out here who want golden showers. You know, Young Miami put that out there not that long ago, that she enjoys golden showers. I personally have a whole issue with you putting anything that's waste coming out of your body on my body, but that's just me.
You know, I was about to ask the question. You beat
You
me to the punch. Well, hold up, co-host. You sound
absolutely
neutral, positive, or
what?
whatever to the city. What?
That's going to be a hell no's for me, please and thank you.
Listen, have at
Hell
it.
no for 1,000, Maury. Like,
I could never. If
no.
for me, like if that's what you like and you into, have at it. But for me, if I'm peeing on you, like trying to pee on you, it just to me just seems like a manner of disrespect. And I don't know if I could look at you the same. Now, you've been in the shower, well, some people, I can't say everybody, and you had the, you know what I'm saying, you either change places or open your legs, girl, and I but to actually want to pee on your partner, we not doing that. Come on, now, like, girl, look at here, girl. To the left, to the left, to the left. Get this golden shower to the left. And
Yeah,
go ahead.
listen, it's bad enough. Like, you know, as women get older, I don't know how many of y'all can relate, you know, especially after you've had kids. As we get older now, sometimes you get that little squirt, you know, like you may get that little pee squirt, or you be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That in itself is embarrassing enough. But
I
could you
don't know nothing
imagine?
about none of that.
Like, right to say what, Phil?
No, you're right. I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just to the left, to the left. You know that song? Because you know
We know that song. We know that song. Queen Riri said it's kind of tempting to pee on someone that wants to be peed on. Yeah,
man,
yeah. You wouldn't
listen.
look at. So you wouldn't look at. Okay, so you wouldn't look at a dude. Oh, I'll ask you, Phil. You wouldn't look at a woman sideways if she said, "Pee on me."
I'd be like, what? I'm like, nah. I'd be
I
looking
don't
at her.
believe you, Phil. Look how long it took him to
What?
say nah.
No, because I'm sitting here envisioning. I'm envisioning that happening. I'm like, I'd be looking at her like, what you just asked me? I wouldn't even want smash, hit, make love. I'd be like, what? If you don't get you nasty up out of here, what?
I'm
Man,
just saying.
I throw some hot water on you, cool you off, because you ain't getting no urines on you. What?
Just get a
Like
squeeze
so,
bottle. Just be like, turn over, girl. Go get a warm squeeze bottle.
you
It's a
happy?
fantasy. It's
Man,
a fantasy.
fantasy. She better go with Mr. Rourke and tattoo and go to the island. For those that don't know that are younger, we talking about Fantasy Islands, a TV series. She better go to that island and get that fantasy taken care of. Because if I pee
Yo,
on her,
this.
I can't be with her. I'm like, man, ooh,
Oh
you calling me?
god.
We gonna see each other tomorrow? Hell no.
Good morning, DC Mumbo Sauce. How are you?
You
Yo,
gonna kiss a man? You gonna kiss a man or woman that you done peed on? You gonna kiss him? Like, come bring them lips here.
right.
What was that? This smell and it. Oh Lord, no, no.
I
That's
don't know how we
nasty.
got on
It
this
was
topic, but
scary.
yo.
Queen Bree, that's a fact. They all people that have crazy, strange, and disgusting fantasies. And if if they like it, then they can love it.
We
That's
love
all I'm
it.
gonna say. No, we
We
don't
love
love
it.
them. They love it. I ain't got to love
No,
it.
I'm saying if
Hey,
they
I'll
like
be
it,
much
I
bloody
love
like
it.
your mom.
Listen,
$8
my
bill.
pee water
Salute.
is mostly anyway because I don't
Who
drink ish boat water.
has
Okay.
said? Who has said that?
Queen Bree Bree, she said my pee water is mostly anyway because I don't drink ish boat water.
Don't try
But
to.
music,
She's trying to say that her water is out. I mean, her pee is alkaline from the filth. the springs of Fiji someday. With hell nah, hell nah, Bree.
The springs of Fiji.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, look, this spray is good for you. No.
It's apple juice. Who knows the difference? Music for
People have
God
the
says
string.
squirting is just that. That's what I find very interesting, the whole squirting thing. Because good morning, Keisha Hall.
Keisha
Oh,
Hall
my
can
bad.
have herself a ball, hopefully without the pedo. If your
Yeah, no
assets
pee.
are in order.
Pushing UTI all over someone. No, but
Oh,
music said it too. He said that's what squirting is. I mean, I'm not really sure what squirting is. I know all of a sudden
you breaking up a little
I
bit.
don't know why.
Say
Oh,
that one more time.
you're
You break.
clear. I don't
Can
know
you hear
when
me?
squirting became hot. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were breaking up real bad. Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
I said I don't know. I haven't moved at all. I said I don't know when squirting became hot, but I don't get it. Why people love the whole squirting thing? Somebody's gonna have to talk to me about that one because I'm not a fan. Queen Bree got a question.
What question?
Yeah, they do. Good morning, Mia X. Happy Hump Day. My
Hey.
bad. Alkaline
Listen,
P is crazy. How you know, Night Rider? What you know about alkaline P?
Harry said you still in Wi-Fi again.
Yeah. Thank you, Watchman. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Not today with the Wi-Fi. No, Miss Piggy Lakes, I'm straight. Harry, shut up, Harry.
I don't know. Ever since
Listen.
ever since y'all like, all the single ladies, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden golden showers became a thing. I don't know how. I don't know how.
It's not a thing. Just so you know, it is
Does it
so
help grow the
not a
edges? Does
thing.
it help grow the edges in? Does it help
No,
to get nutrients and stuff? What does it do?
no
Now
biotin.
I can't say what I want to say because this is YouTube. However, they say that the other thing is good for the skin, hair, and everything because of the minerals that it packs. But that
No. Who and when was that proven? What scientific? How was it scientifically proven
about that,
that is? Because somebody would have put that in a bottle and already tried to package that. They'd be like the
why
same way
put it
they
in the
trying to collect
bottle when
because everybody
you
can't get it.
look
Queen Riri
anybody
said that's so played out.
anybody can have at it. Anybody can get it. It's just a matter of who and when. Look at your face.
Ladies, raise a hand if if the beef grease has cleared up your acne. If beef grease has cleared up your acne, let me know. But yeah, no, I don't. I can't.
Queen Bree said that's
So
played out. Look, but hold up. But the golden showers ain't though. Really?
they are.
Rarely. One of them is good
I
for
don't
you.
know that
One
they
of
were
them
ever
ain't.
in. They would
That's
never end. Golden showers would never end. Exactly, Quinn
look,
Breezy. I'm not using
pretty
that for my
blue.
facial. No, thank you.
Pretty blue said, "I love it to lotion
Send
my
it
face."
to just
What? What? I say what? I say, amen, girl.
nobody has ever been like, hold on, let me get this. Like, what do you?
Uh,
Nobody ever says
uh,
that. Nobody ever says, hold on, let me get this just for that. Chill out.
uh. Hold up, though.
Mm-mm.
So no, hold on. We living in a day and age where they talk about pee on me as well as other things, right? So are you saying you don't think there's people like yes, right there,
Piggy's
right?
lit.
I need that. Look, look at her
No
face. She was.
bukkake. Is that what that's called?
She says, "Man,
Isn't
listen,
that
listen."
what that's called? They have a name for it. Evolution Brooklyn
Oh
came right.
Lord, look at her creeping through the door. You been here, Evolution. Now all of a sudden we talk about beef grease or places. You like, oh, I'm here.
It's really DeJounte Fitzgerald said I had a girl like that. She said it was good for the skin. Yeah,
I
no.
told you. Hey, Mumbo
Mm-mm.
Sauce, that part. You hear me?
Mm-mm. When it's some sexual thing, Queen Bree, she be right on time.
Listen.
Pretty Blue said pull out and pull up to the face.
Pull up to the baby.
Oh my God, come on. Yeah, I can't.
Whatever floats your boat. At the end of the day, whatever floats your boat. But at the end of the
Right.
day, let
You
me let me let me let me ask this. I'm let me let me ask this question, right? Let me ask this question, and I'm gonna try to ask it as politically correct as possible. Which one
Okay.
would you prefer if you had to choose one? Which one would you rather have happen? This is to my co-host. This is to anybody in the audience that wants to answer this. Which one would you prefer out of the two, though?
Neither, but if I had to go with one, if I had to pick one, if I had a gun to my head to pick one,
No, you got that
it
on
would
that. You had something else, but not a gun.
it would be a gun. Trust me. Uh, it would have to be the facial. I definitely do not want to get peed on. I would have to go for the facial.
See
I would have to. I would have to.
that that part. Come on now, all
If you could
single ladies,
swallow it.
talk to us. Hey,
This
Tina,
is
put the
supposed to
phone up
be
in the
Fridays
pot.
talk, y'all.
Listen,
Pretty
you
Blue
started.
said if you could. Pretty Blue said if you could swallow it, why not rub it on your whole face? Pretty Blue, I'm gonna need you to stop
Oh,
encouraging bad behavior.
you started this game.
Watchman said, "God bless you, Pretty Blue."
That part.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Listen, all I know is, yeah, I don't know how we even got on that topic. 30 minutes of golden showers. What we
You
been
started.
talking.
You brought it up in the first place. You started this gangster ish. Now this is the MNF and Thanks weekend.
I,
Hello,
I
but
did it. I
fellas,
did it.
fellas, but fellas. This question applies to you too. Would you rather be peed on, or would you rather the glisteningness of the natural juices from when you down there? You know what I'm saying, at the buffet line. You know what I'm talking
What
about?
you got in
Which
your
one?
hand? Juices and berries.
I got my little cat.
Got in your
They
hand,
coming down.
juices and berries.
Yeah, no.
Oh my goodness. I can't. I'm here for the shit. I can't make this a show. I
Make
can't
this
either.
you
I can't
can't, you
either.
can't. Trina Campbell, you know where we
Trisha
at,
Hall
Trina.
said
Come on,
years ago,
though.
my teens, my ex-husband,
Trisha,
when he was
hey,
my
hey.
boyfriend, peed in me, but he says it was me. It was during
Who
sex. We still don't know who did it. What? Peed in
you mean
you?
who
I
did it?
can't.
Wow.
Is that that's how the whole squirting game got started. See, he peed in her, and then all of a sudden, when she sent it back out, now she's a squirter. Now it's a hot thing to do. I just don't understand it. Queen Reeves.
I am
This is supposed to
shocked
be
and appalled.
Friday's talk.
I am shocked and appalled at the bullshittery that y'all got going on. Yeah. I am shocked. Hey, rest that part.
Oh
He said,
no.
"Nephew, juice me, please." That part. That
Okay,
part.
juices and berries. A little something for my hair. Oh my God, he
You know what I'm
peed
talking
in
about?
you. What
Help
music
for
for?
the fellas, help the beard connect. Help the beard connect, you know?
No.
Look,
Help
Mac
the
Riley.
big. Oh my God. They do say that though. They say when a man eats coochie that it makes his chest hair grow. That's what I've heard.
So hold
I'm
up.
just
You heard
saying.
about that part, but you ain't hear about the nutrients of the what? What no. I think she being selective, y'all. I think she where's your people's at? Where's your other hand? We got some questions.
I'm sure
Uh,
he would be uncomfortable with this whole conversation. He's like so ultra conservative. He's probably cringing right now watching this. Like he's probably like, what is going on?
it's called real conversation. That's all. Look, you can
Man.
tell when she's laughing to get uncomfortable because that vein pop up in the middle of her voice.
Oh my God. Salute to
Nikki
the
said, well, it is
squirters.
hump day. Well, it is that
Pretty
part.
Blue said, Phil, you want to find out, Phil? Pretty
What?
Blue said
What you
she got
talking?
you.
What
She
you
said,
look?
my makes it just. That's what she said.
Makes chest hair sticky. Look at it. Look at
I can't right now.
you started this gangster.
It is the Hump Day replay
Ain't
up
nothing
in
right.
here, y'all. Pretty Blue talking yo, Pretty Blue be talking that ish. Pretty Blue is a reckless and I love it.
Hey,
Diabetic,
hey,
sweet,
you
sweet.
know what I'm saying? Y'all see
I
the most
love
integrity, right? And
I love
I had
I do. I do. I am
wanted to
here for it. All of it. Make sure y'all get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Come on in. Share the live. We just talking that ish, y'all. It's the Hump Day replay. Finally, I
She
can
said
manage the
diabetic.
P.
She said diabetic cat is sweet, sweet. God damn it.
Okay, she gonna give you the cookie and the shot.
Hey,
Just
evolution.
my
I don't know what
personality.
lady you talking about. I don't know what y'all. Neither one of y'all nigresses is talking about. GMG.
Listen, when Phil's blushing, you know you onto something. Okay, Phil know he won, and
I
when
have
Phil's
not blushed.
blushing,
I have
you
not
you
blushed
know
yet.
you know you are on to something. When he starts giving that's when he get quiet.
We
Look, there he goes. See,
quiet. We need no.
he gets so mad at me.
Never,
But listen,
never.
on a real
What I
serious
get
note,
mad for?
I wanted to give a shout out to Harry Belafonte. Maybe some of you younger
R.I.P.
folks don't know who
Rest
he is, but Harry Belafonte passed yesterday.
Yeah.
He's an artist, he's an activist, he's, well known and respected in the music game. Now, listen, he was 96 years old, so he lived a nice,
Lived a fruitful
long
life.
life. But at the same time, you just want to give a shout out, because he brought a lot to the music game. He's brought a lot to the activism game,
Acting,
and
activism, everything.
he definitely was part of civil rights movement. And it's funny because when you hear of the people who were involved in civil rights movement, you think of Martin Luther King and you think of Al Sharpton, you think of all these names. There was so many people behind the scenes that made a lot of stuff happen. Oh Lord, I'm trying to, yeah, rest in peace Harry Belafonte.
Saw what I saw too. I was like, really?
Right. But
R.I.P. A lot of y'all have heard the song, the Banana Boat song.
sing it,
Come, Mister,
Phil.
come, Mister. What's it? Tally me banana. Daylight come and me want go home.
Wanna go home?
Some,
Yeah,
some, some,
that's
some. It's about singing Phil.
there's
You like
probably a thousand sample songs. Like you may not know that song, but you probably know some piece of it from some other song that's a
somewhere.
big hit. Because the exit song as a DJ, yes, another legend gone,
Another legend
another one
gone.
who
That's a
just
fact.
passed away. So did you watch Dancing with the Stars, Phil? Have you ever watched that show, Dancing with the
It's been a
Stars?
while. Yeah, it's been a while.
But you remember the cast? There was an older man. His name was Len Goodman, older white man. He was on the panel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he just passed yesterday as well. I believe he was
Thank you,
73 or
Rest Up.
something like that. Thank you so much, Rest Up.
I didn't even read. I didn't even read it before I put it up.
Pretty
I
Blue
didn't
Eyes
even.
number 8 is on the okay. So
I didn't even.
Lord. So Len Goodman passed yesterday. He was actually battling cancer, and which a lot of people didn't know, but he was also up there in age and contributed a lot to the dance world. I believe he was like in the dance world himself, and that's why they kind of brought him in. So shout out to him. Thank you, Trina
Trina Pink.
Pink. Thank you.
Trina Pink.
Appreciate you, girl. Rest up, no babies here. Oh Lord, she's fixed. Oh wow. Where is this conversation? First of all, Pretty Blue,
We
I'm gonna
don't
have
know.
to call you out because you were supposed to come to Feel
I
the
don't
Love
know what
Friday a
you're
couple of
talking
weeks ago,
about.
and you were supposed to come make it happen, and you ain't
Make what
show
happen.
up.
Make what
You,
happen.
you, she was supposed to make
You
you
said
happen.
you.
You- Phil, the one with the red Washington National hat on right now.
What you
You,
talking? Red
the one
what?
who got
What's
berries
red?
and juices in his name. Got berries and juices in his head. Man,
Damn,
listen.
can we
It's
all just get
so
along?
much. We are getting along. We trying to
Yeah, I
get. We
bet.
all just getting along. That's how we get along. This is how we get along.
Ain't that something?
Um, listen, we got stuff to talk about aside from golden showers and
Pause.
juice facials. Pause. Um, how about Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson both getting fired from
Their
CNN? Let's talk
perspective,
about that.
man.
Right,
Listen,
because last week we talked about how Fox News had gotten sued. They settled out of court for $787 million, and then they go and they cut Tucker Carlson, who by the way does fuel a lot of propaganda and a lot of bullshiggery, to quote Phil. There be stuff that comes out of his mouth that is not journalism, that's not facts. It straight comes from his opinion. So they chopped his ass, which he was surprised at. And then they also got rid of Don Lemon.
yeah.
Why?
The interview that they said that was possibly or probably behind his letting go, Don Lemon. That is,
Mm-hmm.
he was on point. He was on point. A lot of some things Don Lemon has kind of played the middle tape,
Neutral
neutral
position.
side of it, but this that one interview, he was right on point. And if that was the reason, that goes to show you the powers that be and what they really want us to pay attention to and absorb or whatever. But somebody, I forget who it was, made a good analysis. They said it would be a hell of a show that any powers that are looking for some new hosts to grab Tucker and grab Don Lemon and put them on the same show together. That it would make for hell of
Yeah,
ratings.
I actually believe that there's
Tucker
a
was
network
fine.
that's currently, yeah. Um, yeah, they were both toxic. I agree, Keisha Hall. Yeah, they could have their own show. They could have a nice show together, Trina Pink, and they could call it the Black and White Cookie. Y'all remember Black and
You
White Cookie?
stupid for that one.
A cookie that got the black frosting and then they got the white frosting on it. It's like
Not the
everybody
black
get
and white,
along, but don't.
not the black and white cookie. What the
Don
frig?
Lemon was a casualty.
Hey,
Don Lemon was a casualty of war. Side
you
pieces
hear
talk too
me?
much. Exactly. These 304s ain't loyal. Good morning, Maria Reynolds. Good morning. Yo, they for real. Like they could have a nice show together, be neutral together. Side pieces. Yeah, I have an issue with side pieces talking. Like, I'm just saying, if we're in agreement to do something, I don't have a side piece, but I'm just
I was
saying,
about that. I was about that question.
it's an agreement. And I don't understand where we have lost the loyalty thing, where you don't snitch, where you don't, where loyal, like if we doing a side thing, I'm like, Biggie, don't blow up my spot because you got caught. I don't understand why you feel the need to run your mouth. There was a time where we would be like, listen, so who, Phil? Nope. Yes,
Look
it
at she
ain't
got
nope.
stuck. She
You
got
could
stuck
see it
right.
wasn't me. It was not me. It was not
Don't none of y'all
me.
know I'm a ghost. Like power, I'm a ghost. I ain't even here. You hear me?
That would be annoying.
What?
Agreed. Yes, Keisha, Rick Ross. That's actually one of the stories that I wanted to talk about. So Rick Ross
Are you
offered
serious?
Don Lemon a job. So y'all know Rick Ross, the boss, has multiple wings. He actually has a lot of businesses. I respect him as an entrepreneur because he didn't just take this rap game and make a
Do
little
anything?
hit here and there and relying on
Mhm.
royalties or shows to make his money. He actually has businesses. And so he has offered Don Lemon a job at Wingstop after he was fired from CNN. I'm gonna make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother.
That's
Seriously.
disrespectful. That's hella disrespectful.
So Rick Ross has reached out to Don Lemon to offer him a job at Wingstop after the 57-year-old news anchor was fired from CNN. Lemon was let go by CNN on Monday, with the network saying the two had parted ways. The host, who had worked for CNN for 17 years, wrote on Twitter that he was stunned and that he found out that he had been terminated through his agent. Tagging Lemon in an Instagram story on Tuesday, Ross said there were positions open at his Wingstop locations. Just found out Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn dog, the rapper, who reportedly owns over 2 dozen Wingstop restaurants across the United States, said. But guess what? The brothers got your back. We're hiring at Wingstop, he added, and for some reason, I believe you know what doing with the lemon pepper wings. That's serious. That's funny. You know what you're doing with the lemon pepper wings. So, man, just send over your resume. You need a resume to make chicken? I'm just
Hell
saying.
no,
I'm going to make sure I
that was
get you in front of the right grill, brother. Stay solid, brother.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to Rick Ross, but that's crazy. One is gonna give more.
Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's actually more. In a second video, Ross pitched Lemon another business proposition involving his energy drink company, Rapstar. Just came up with a wonderful idea. Well, really, Don, you helped me come up with this, he said. I need to hit the team over at Rapstar Energy Drink and let them know we should introduce the Don Lemon flavor. What y'all think? We got you, brother. Would you drink a Don Lemon Rapstar? I don't drink Rapstar. That's probably like some kind of sugary kind of
I
Red
wouldn't drink.
Bull,
I wouldn't drink it
ghetto Red
without it
Bull.
being a part of it, let alone with it. I
Yo,
wouldn't
but
drink either one.
seriously,
Now, Rick Ross, what he's doing is on the one hand is disrespectful jabs, but he's playing, he's trolling, because two is good promotion for his business entity. So it's smart. It's smart because
right?
now you got all these people that talk about Don Lemon is going to interject Rick Ross and those business entity names into the mix a little something as it goes on. And Harry, you saw me, but then you didn't saw me. Thus a ghost. You saw me in there. You saw me get out the way. Thus a ghost.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Listen, ghetto. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm thinking it's a ghetto Red Bull. I don't know what Rap Star is. Like, remember when they put those line of chips out and they had like Fab's face on it and it had Little Wayne's face
Rap,
on it, and I'm
rap.
like, what the hell in the ghetto-ness is going on right now? Who does this? Like, who? You think I'm gonna go to the store just to buy fabulous chips? Like,
There's
I'm
a lot
not
of
eating a.
it's a lot of people. There are a lot of people that are buying them rap snacks though. I thought it was a gift at first, like a passing phase, but there's a lot of people that get those damn rap snacks.
No, rap snacks.
That's the name of the brand. That's the name of it. She just tickle pink gangs.
You can get a rap star with a rap snack. Like, does it go
Yeah,
together?
different flavors and everything. Yeah.
Listen, I am good. Good morning, Eight Kisses. Good morning, MT Amsterdam. Welcome to
Kisses.
Good
Thank you,
Morning
Marie.
Gang.
Good morning to ye.
Rap snacks. I know
MTH.
exactly.
Rap
Right. I'm
snacks.
like, rap snacks.
Google it. Google it. It's a real
I
thing.
have
Is it
seen
good
them in the
bad?
stores.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
there.
seen them in the stores. I have. On a good note, wanted to shout out my girl Lotto. You know, Lotto is a female rap
Say what?
artist. She got some hits out. You know, I think I have like she has like one song that I may like. Yeah, I know I don't really listen to this new hip hop too much, but she has a song out. But she actually had caught a case by having a loaded gun at the airport, and you know
Really?
she wound up having to go through a case with it. So the update is that Lotto's reached the finish line in her update in her airport loaded gun case because we're told it's been dismissed now that she's met all the requirements of a year-long program to clear the charges. According to
Really?
the LA County Superior Court clerk, the rapper's case was officially dismissed Tuesday per her diversion program. Lotto completed a gun and safety course, 120 hours of community service, and avoided all firearms to get it done. Lotto's attorney Jamal Tucson tells TMZ, I am extremely pleased with the outcome and glad my client can move forward with her flourishing career. As y'all recall, Lotto fans first discovered the ordeal when she rapped about it in Mellow Buzz's track Boom Part 2, saying, I got locked up at the airport, goddamn forgot the gun. TMZ Hip Hop broke the story. She was busted at LAX in May 2021 and charged with carrying a loaded firearm and possession of a concealed weapon. She started her 12-month diversion program in April of last year. How you forget you got a gun in a bag? That's my question of the day. How do you forget you have a gun in your bag? How did that happen?
One, some people travel
That's what I
travel
was.
back to back to back, and two, some people go from private flying to commercial, and they forget that they get so used to them getting on them charter jets where you can kind of get some things off and in that then when they get transferred over to a commercial flight, they're just moving regular, not realizing, oh, you a star, but your bags getting checked. Your bags are going through the X-ray machine, and that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Let me tell you something. I forget a lip liner. I
Yeah.
may forget a toothbrush, but I do not forget that there is a
I
loaded
would
gun,
never
mind
miss.
you, in my bag. That just I can't forget that. A and B, it begs the question: why are you even carrying a loaded gun
She
as a
said,
female artist?
I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That's hard. What? She said, I'm Lotto. They trying to get to my bottle. I'm listening. And she, hell, she might got it for these janky promoters. Like they might be booking. And she's like, you gonna give me my money. You gonna
Yeah.
give
Do
me my
you
money.
think do you think it's a case of hopefully I won't get caught? Because to MT Amsterdam's point, oh I'm sorry, to who is
Mm-hmm.
it? To Harry's point, Jules Santana also got caught with a gun
Mm-hmm.
at the airport. He actually went to jail. So, that's a whole different situation because he got caught in New York. He actually went to jail.
Oh,
There
he
was
tried
no
to run.
diversion program. Exactly. But again, how do you forget? Because as MT Amsterdam says, because you're not going to forget to use it. You know you're taking it with you. So I think it's a case of maybe they won't catch me. Like like when I used to smoke weed and I used to travel, weed was legal everywhere and you could find it everywhere. If you were going somewhere and you didn't have a connect, you had to take it with you. So what do? You come up with interesting ways to transport your marijuana, and you
How
just
did you
hope you don't get
transport
caught.
it?
You hope that
How, how
you
did you
hope the dog
transport it?
you roll. So you roll it up into like what looks like a little lip liner pencil, and you put it in your makeup bag. That was one of my ways. Another way was to if you
She
roll it
telling
up
us.
into little sticks. I'm just saying. For those who need to know, right now weed is pretty much legal everywhere, so you don't have to do it. But back when I used to smoke weed, it wasn't legal everywhere, and you couldn't just go everywhere and find it. So you had to come up with tricks. I think it was just a matter of, hoping you don't get caught.
And let me say this too. Even though the airports are a federal situation, some of them go by state guidelines when it comes to that. Excuse me. Jules Santana was at a New York airport where handguns are illegal
Mm-hmm.
anyway, altogether
Right.
illegal.
Right.
California, you can legally have handguns, so the charge of getting caught with a handgun is a lot less unless you're a felon. If you're not a felon, the charge of getting caught with a unregistered or unlicensed or even a licensed handgun in the wrong place is a lot less situation. And they have what's called a stat docket here locally. I don't know if it's called the same thing in California, where when you're charged,
Okay.
instead of adjudicating you or finding you guilty, they push it to what's called a stat docket, and they'll give you either probation or some other classes that you have to complete before a certain time. And if you do, they'll wipe it off your record or whatever. So that's
Look
probably
at
what she got.
Phil using SAT words. Adjudicate. Okay,
Yeah,
spell
in
it.
the world, and listen, what you say? What you
Spell
say?
it.
D E
Spell
E Z
adjudicate.
DEEZNUWTZ.
Adjudicate.
I'm just playing.
Using
Sorry. You didn't know
Get your whole.
you didn't know I was a little educated. I know a little something.
Okay. Little
Little
something, something. Using
I
those
play
SAT words.
I play high
I
schoolish, but
love it.
I am very I am very, astute, collegiate.
Yes.
You know,
Pinky in the air.
that
As
part.
oh,
Even as I
Keisha
take my,
Hall. Right. Pinky in the air, please. Keisha Hall said people forget babies in the back of the car too. Keisha, I can't with you. I think people's
that's
attention
a
span is
fact though.
weakening. Do they forget though? Do they forget that the kids are in the back?
Man,
Hmm.
it was a video recently. The guy forgot the baby on top of the car in the car
What?
seat. I mean, in the car seat that the carrier that you take it to the store. He put it on top of the car. I guess to put the groceries in the car. Got in that joint and was luckily he took off slowly. And people was honking like, "Hey, hey, Slam!" He probably was like, "What the hell these niggas?" Da, da, da. And, man, listen. That's crazy to me, but because that
Right.
should be the first thing you should remember. Get that baby in that car first. I'm thinking about the sticky stash of
Yeah,
beer.
you putting the groceries in the car before you put the baby in the car. Like, I don't. Do you even deserve a kid? If I ever find out you left your kid on the top of the car, you took the groceries and you packed them away, do you even deserve the kid? Is all I'm saying. I have a medical card, pretty much. BBLs
Listen,
and bullets are a get out of jail free rest. Evolution.
that's a fact. Damn, 9 times out of 10 there's no priors. That's a fact.
Good morning, Charlie Hustle's vision. She forgot it because she really doesn't need it. If you use it, if you use it to carry in its repetition, like putting your shoes on. Listen, you know you need your driver's license to go to the airport. You know you need your passport. There's certain things you just can't. I don't know. Maybe because in New York we always grew up. I grew up fearful of guns. First
Really?
of all, you can never have one. Yeah, I always grew up really fearful of guns, because you couldn't have one. It was, as you know, it's illegal to have one in New York, and just the fact of what guns do and the violence that comes from guns. And so it wasn't until I moved to Vegas where my dad took me to the range, because my dad was in the military for 23 years, and so he has guns now. So he took me to the range and he got me comfortable with it, and he let me shoot off different guns, and
So
he's
now
like,
I know why you be bullying niggas. Now I know why you be bullying us.
I'm a pistol whip you. No.
Get over to that bed right now. Get your,
Why
I
did
don't
I?
want to do it right now. Got what I say.
Okay, don't be giving away my crime secrets. That's hysterical, RW. I'm just trying to help somebody else out.
But no,
If you go into the state.
literally, a lot of these celebrities they're used to these charter jets and getting on these private planes, to whereas you
Yeah,
can get guns through and a lot of other things a lot easier without like really stashing them. But
yeah,
but sometimes your flight gets diverted for one reason or another, whereas either connecting or things change, so you got to go from private to commercial. And if you're already used to having it with you, I guess it can slip your mind like, oh, I'm changing flights or whatever, or they might not have in their forefront like, we're going from private to commercial. Maybe I need to do something different, and you get
right.
caught up or whatever. But for me, it's stupid because if it's legally yours, and I would think in Mulatto's case it probably is legal. All she had to do was
Hmm.
check it in. All she had to do was check it
Right.
in. If you check it in, you're good. But if you illegal with it, then listen, you better have somebody on the road again, traveling to meet you at these shows.
Right. Exactly.
Stop putting it
Well,
in the air with you. Stop putting it in the
exactly.
air. You better get somebody to get on that, yeah, get on that good highway. They might have to leave a day before you or something, but pay
That's
them to
it.
get
That's it. Or just don't take
that
it.
part.
Pick it up on the other side. To Phil's point, you could pick it up on the other side.
That
Um,
part.
disp-
Or check in.
dispensaries.
That's part of the checking in part that people ain't talking about. It ain't you cowering yourself or being scared of, I'm gonna come to this person's city and I better not say. Nah, also they gonna make sure you good. Whether it's with the smoke, with protection, with other things. But anywho,
Rest up said he's in a diversion program right now. For what? Tricky stash of beer. The sticky
hold on,
stash
hold
of
on,
beer.
hold on, Vladimir trying to ask them questions. Are you rest up? If you ever seen Vlad TV, he be asking some crazy questions at times. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Vlad Mina, that's funny.
Vladimir, because you
Answers.
as the female version of whatever Vlad TV, whatever. She's like, hold up, nigga, don't call me no damn Vladimir. I'll be live. I'll be live.
Okay, that's right. Get it right. Who you calling Vladimir? Hmm. I missed that one. Now I caught it. I'm like, whoa. Keep the bullets in the gun over there,
We
okay?
know it's B Love, aka the B is for beef grease. We know. We know. I'm
It's
playing.
actually for
I'm playing.
Bernadette, but
But she said, don't get it.
okay.
Let's dog up. Look, she about to use some of that range experience on me.
Okay. Papa Cap in your ass. Talk about
Ow! Don't do me like that. I didn't mean it. I didn't know the gun was loaded. I'm sorry.
Oh, exactly. That's my excuse. I didn't know the gun was loaded. Big gun fetish, but some people are not sane enough to have one. Yeah, the whole gun situation is insane
Mm.
because even from the last time we were on the show Friday, I think there's been like 4 or 5 other shootings that have happened that are like I don't understand it. I even though I now have a respect and appreciation for guns, I don't own one. I don't know that I would want to own one. Even recently, I was helping a friend move some furniture around, and it was a dresser, like a dresser, and I opened the drawer and there was a gun in there. And I was like, okay, like we just leave guns in drawers now? Like this is what we're doing? It's not in a safe, like it's not somewhere
Did
safe.
they, did they
Uh,
have children?
Yeah. I'm
Oh.
like, this is not safe. And I'm not trying to judge, but I'm like, what the hell? That's right. I will bust a cap. Yeah, listen, now that I know how to use them, I'm not trying to go to jail over it, but I'm just saying I do know how to use it. That's all I'm going to say about that. And my gun of preference, by the way, is a 45. I think it shoots
Oh,
the
you like
best, the
big dog, huh?
smoothest. Yes, I
Boom!
like it the best. And, a silencer never hurts.
Hold up, though. You can't have them in New York. What you talking?
Hmm.
What's
What
your
happened? What happened?
trying to figure it out.
What
But listen,
happened?
growing up in DC, it was just like New York. Handguns were totally not allowed; they were illegal.
Right.
I think maybe in DC you can have a shotgun. I think, but I learned
A
from some
shotgun.
OGs. Right. I learned from some OGs that not only if you're gonna have a gun and use a gun, but you ought to respect the gun, and you carried yourself as such. You didn't carry the gun and just act like you was Billy the Kid and act reckless and act stupid and act like a lot of these youngins showing guns and yeah and I
Right.
got the two, I got the leg and all this stuff. I thank God I had some good people even on the wrong side of the track
Right.
as I guess you say mentors in a way because they kept me out of a lot of bullshittery. I put myself in more bullshittery than I had to, but
Right.
they taught me to respect certain things and respect people. So that's what's missing with a lot of these people and these artists. They get big headed. Some forget honestly, but others they so flagrant with it, or they hide up from different things that they feel
Right.
as though won't nobody touch me or whatever. Respect the gun, respect the laws. If you're gonna move around the law, you better move accordingly. And I'm not condoning nothing. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems.
Right. Right. Oh shoot, a potato on a pillow still works too. Evolution. I
Evolution. What movie you
can't
been watching, Evolution?
beat that ass. Yo,
What type
beat
of
that.
time y'all on? Damn
Tie
it.
that ass up and beat that ass.
What
Hey, Candace
the
B. You do
what
have to be a
the
responsible gun. Yeah, I hate it, to each his
hit the
own.
thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs. Take a moment to hit the thumbs up. It don't cost you Nathan. Listen, we trying to get Menards with the nation. So hit them thumbs up. Book up that part.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Um, man, what else is going on? I want to talk about, and I know y'all gonna have some feedback on this one. Why would you shoot a girl in her foot? Oh wow. You know
Talking
what,
about the
beloved? I don't
twerking.
have no more jokes. I'm gonna leave your Equalizer, John Bourne, Terminator 2, Sarah Connor, self alone. Exactly. You don't want None of the smoke, okay? None of it.
Yeah, she on
Don't get
something
it
different, ain't she? Come on,
confused.
yeah, and I like the 4/5. Listen,
Okay.
she
Okay,
ain't
I'm
say nothing
coming
about a
through
380,
heavy.
a JT 380 or a Deuce 5 or nothing. She said, no, I'm with the 4/5. So when I bust you, yeah.
Okay. It's not, it's gonna be real. I'm gonna shut you all the way down. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, Keisha Hall. I wanted to talk about the fact that the Houston Rockets are hiring Ime Udoka as head coach. And if y'all don't know who Ime Udoka is, if you remember a
The
few
one
months
who left
ago,
me
he
alone.
used to be the acting coach, the interim coach for the Boston Celtics. Did a phenomenal job with that organization. I think they were 51-31 record, only to find out in the midst of all of that he was sleeping with a subordinate. He was sleeping with one of the higher ups wives, got caught. This is Nia Long's ex. And if y'all remember, it was all out. Their business was all out. And people were really in an uproar because they were like, there's plenty of coaches, there's plenty of people who have done the same thing and have never been put out on Front Street the way that the Boston Celtics put him out on Front Street. Then the Nets were looking at him, but basically he's kind of tarnished. Now he has a tarnished reputation. However, I said this months ago and I'll say it again. He's a man, and as a man, they're always going to give him an opportunity. I don't care what he did. At the end of the day, if you're good at what you do, they're going to give you a shot. And so, sure enough, he was being courted by the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, and right before they closed the deal, the Brooklyn Nets stepped away from him. And now here we are months later. The Houston Rockets have hired him and picked him up. So last September, the Celtics suspended Udoka as a team's coach after he had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a woman on staff. It was later reported with a married woman on staff. It was later reported that Udoka used crude language with a subordinate before the improper relationship, and that the power dynamic between Udoka and the subordinate in the relationship was a major violation. Oh, he was their head coach. Thank you for correcting me. Okay, sorry about that. As a result, Boston suspended Udoka for a year, and Udoka would later stop working for the team altogether as Joe Mazzulla was named permanent head coach in February. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the NBA's investigation into Udoka's conduct didn't find anything that precluded any team from hiring him as a head coach. So while his reputation was smeared all through the public, there was really no reason for any other team not to hire him. There was nothing the league office was telling them that precluded Houston or any other team from hiring Ime Udoka. There was nothing that they found to be disqualifying to work again in the NBA. So, having a whole affair with a subordinate who was married to one of the big players in the office and talking to them in a reckless way
Been
is
that thing
no
on.
reason, no excuse for him not to. Yeah, he was banging the Boston president's wife, among other women. The Rockets spoke with Udoka and many of his acquaintances and seemingly were comfortable hiring him into such a prominent role. For Houston, they met with Udoka in person. They spent time with him. They talked to a lot of people who work with him, who know him, who vouch for him through the years. This is not the first time that a team tried to hire Udoka after the Boston incident, as the Nets were reportedly close to doing so in November before backing out. In 1 year as the Celtics head coach last season, Udoka led Boston to a 51-31 record and a trip to the NBA Finals before losing to the Warriors. And Houston, meanwhile, was tied for the worst record in the league this year and hasn't surpassed 22 wins since 2019-2020. This is all about the money. This is all about the wins. And I guess my question to you guys is, do we bypass bad behavior to get what we want from it, which is in Houston's case, wins, a championship? What's up, co-host?
Why are you looking like that? You like, what's up, go? Like, you
I'm
like,
just
I'm not.
asking because you got this
Well,
smirk on your face, like you got something to
I'll say
say.
this. I'll say this, right? And I said it while you was talking, but I think the bad language was maybe the sexual innuendos of what they were doing. It happens throughout the league a lot, from player to player, from player to exec, from exec to underling. Um, I think in this case, the exec whose wife he was dealing with had a lot of power and
Mm-hmm.
influence, and they were, of course, naturally bothered, upset about it, and they wanted to get back at him more than just behind the scenes reprimand or whatever the case may be. And so the public outcry of it all, I think, was purposeful because there's other
Mm-hmm.
people, other teams that things were going on and have gone on that you barely hear about or haven't heard about. Um, the bigger question for me is how you cheat on that beautiful caramelicious sister named Nia Long. You hear me? But that's another story. That's
Listen.
another topic. But I think some people are, to answer your question, I think some people are willing to look past certain things if it suits their benefit or their need. But again, in that in sports or whatever, like you said, a lot more goes on than we know. So a lot of teams probably look at a situation that a lot different, especially since it was not a situation where he forced himself on her or coerced her into a situation, but that it was a mutual situation. Made the difference with his what you call it. And I think Boston being, I mean, Brooklyn Nets. I think the only reason they backed up maybe because some kind of business relationship with the exec from Boston, because a lot of times they be in other business ventures outside of the sport, and a favor might have been called in on that, or Brooklyn probably would have had him to keep it a buck.
Well, for every knee along, there's a guy that's
Look,
tired
that's
of her. I
whatever. I
agree,
saw that.
Harry. There are some beautiful women that listen. If Jay Z cheated on Beyonce and Ime Udoka is cheating on Nia Long, I mean, is there hope? That's all I'm gonna say. Is there really hope? Because I think for men in this position, I think it's not. It's just part of the game. When you're talking about entertainment, when you're talking about sports, it's just part of the game. It's almost like if you're a woman in dealing with a man in these positions, you have to know that somebody that he may cheat. The probability of him cheating is going to be high. Why? You have women, all types of women, beautiful women, smart women, gold digging women. They all are vying for your man. They want to
Women.
be seen. They want a position. They want to do is they want to be seen. They want a little change. They want a purse. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's up to the man to really figure out what you're putting at risk. What I didn't like about this whole situation, because they're not the first one. They're not the first couple who's gone through this. The problem I had with all of this is how Boston decided to put all of their business out on Front Street.
On front. That's why I said it was personal. They did that on purpose. Mm-hmm.
Purposeful. They did it on purpose. They went out of their way to embarrass him, and by extension, embarrassing her as a well-respected actress, as somebody who's well-known in the community, as just a human being. And then it's just like now all of a sudden, so now they're separated. She's gone her way. The Boston Celtics are still doing great. I believe they won last night. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Harry. I managed to get a few snippets of that game. They're playing Atlanta right now in the playoffs. They were leading by 10. I did see them down. I mean, I saw them leading by 8 when I stepped away from the game. My whole thing is being in these positions, there has to be a responsibility. And if the responsibility is not to your family, to the woman that you're with, have a responsibility for yourself as a man, knowing that you are a target. As a black man in this league, you are a target. Now in Houston, it's probably all, anything goes. And like Evolution Brooklyn said, they probably got side pieces, wives lined up. It's probably a whole understanding. I don't know. It's very incestuous, and it's not something I always chose not to deal with a celebrity because I didn't want to deal with comes with it. I kind of feel like it all kind of goes with it. So
All about the
they lost
personal.
last night. Oh wow. Oh okay. Ice Tray hit them with it. So now that series is tied up, Boston and Atlanta. So that series, but they're in the playoffs. So they're still doing well. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just
Miss
thank you,
Ryder.
Miss Ryder. Thank
Thank you
you.
for the super sticker.
Um I think it really just comes down to having self-respect for yourself. I knew he was gonna land up somewhere. I
That
knew he
part.
was gonna go somewhere. His career was not over. People like, oh, you got it's not over. And sometimes they want you because you're hot, just because of stuff like this. They know people are going to be paying attention because of who he is and what he's done. So good luck to you, Ime Uduka, or whatever the hell your name is. I hope you bagging up because running through all of these chicks is not a good thing. And Nia Long,
She
good
doing good.
riddance, sis.
She doing
Good
good.
riddance. Oh,
She
it's
landed
dead.
pretty good. She was in my DMs, but I told her I ain't want no problems. I ain't want no
You
problems.
really, you want no
Yeah,
problems? She
I
single.
want no
It's okay.
problems.
We don't want no. We don't want you to get beat up, Mia. We don't want you to have no.
What? What? Oh, no,
You
no
my
violence to the
pastor.
ladies. No, no, we don't do that.
You know, she would need
Beat up by who?
security. Security. Meet me at the door. Security.
I don't know what my
Right.
post is implying. What? Not
Leave
me.
alone.
Look,
Be
I might beat up
fine.
on a brother or father or uncle or
You
something.
won't be the one beating her up. It'll be the chick circling the building like Mia in
Ain't
there with
nobody circling
Phil.
no building.
They
Ain't
gonna have a
nobody
scope
circling.
rifle out at the entrance,
Nah,
like, yo, get her, get her.
ain't no girls circling, no girls, women's circling no buildings. Stop the
Nia
bullshittery.
come out, her tires be slashed. She'd be like, I didn't sign up for this.
Whatever.
I did not sign up for this.
I don't know what's in my co-host coffee this morning, ladies and gentlemen, but
I'm just
the
telling the
the
truth.
the statements by B
Uh,
Love do not reflect those of the Good Morning Good Morning Show, but are solely of hers. There are no women circling no buildings nowhere. You hear me?
Listen, we already know what it is. Would you have, let me ask this, and I'm gonna ask the ladies. Ladies, would you have given him a pass? Because she didn't, and I wouldn't have either. But would you have given him a pass? Okay, I'm pretty sure Phil would try to figure out how to beat. You already know Phil probably listen. He's
I don't know what you're
next.
talking. I don't know what you're
Phil is
talking.
flying high out. We all know exactly. She ain't gonna be in Texas though, Phil. She gonna be in Cali. She in Cali. You going to
What is you
Cali?
talk? I don't know
I'm
what you're talking
going
about.
back to Cali. Cat. Pretty Blue said, just give it sticky stashes. Listen, Pretty Blues, you trying to give your candy away.
What?
Get that candy away, girl. Get that candy away. Hell no. Nah, no pass. Let him go. I agree. I think what makes it even worse, and I've talked about this on another show that I did, is the fact that the woman that he cheated with was a white woman. If you're gonna cheat on me, if you see her, she's very average looking. She's not like super beautiful. She's very average looking. The chick that he cheated with.
Mhm.
If you're gonna cheat on me, can it please be somebody that's better than I am? Could she please be like, I don't know, the CEO of Disney? I don't know. Could she just be, just stacked and right and tight in places where you just like, listen, I would cheat with you with her too. I want to be cheated on with somebody that I would want to cheat on, would cheat on you with. Like I need
Would that
somebody
make
who
you feel better
is.
about the situation?
Yeah, it would. Yes, it would.
What?
Yes, it would. I would be like, okay, I'm not mad. You didn't cheat down. You cheated up. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do that, cheat up. Don't cheat down. That's just my
Well,
thought.
she was an executive, so I guess he was cheating up in a way.
She cheated up, but he didn't cheat up. I'm just saying. I'm Nia Long, bitch. That's what she was probably saying. Do you know who I am?
That's a fact
I
of
am
no,
Nia
not Nia
Long.
Long. How you go wrong with Nia Long? You hear me?
Oh no. That is true.
What the
I guess they
heck?
have to. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna cheat up, cheat up. All right, next story. Let's talk about the fact that Biden
Kind of kicked the
just
what?
launched his reelection. Him and Kamala Harris are now running for reelection. Um, I hate to get into politics because it's so messy right now. Politics is so messy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get through the story. Y'all can go ahead and tell us how you feel in the chat, as if y'all wouldn't, which is what I love about y'all. So after months of hinting at a likely bid, President Biden officially announced on Tuesday that he will seek a second term as president of the United States in the 2024 election. When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we were in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. Y'all are not lying. The question we are facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer, Biden said in a
Hmm.
3-minute video announcing his run. The video linked images from the January 6th riots at the Capitol with protests over the Supreme Court decision overturning abortion rights. At 80, Biden is the oldest person to serve as president, a point that has given Democrats pause, questioning at times whether he gives them the best chance at winning. But the former vice president and long-term Delaware senator is unlikely to face a serious challenge for the nomination. Rank and file Democratic voters begin to coalesce around the president as his
Spell
intention
it.
to run becomes evidence. Half of Democrats and Democrat leaning independents said in a February news poll that they had a better chance with Biden than with someone else. That was a reversal shortly from 2022 midterms when a majority said they thought they would have a better shot with someone else. That alternative, however, never emerged. And Vice President Kamala Harris and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, for example, have had consistently worse favorability ratings. Now, Biden's entry now sets up a potential rematch with former President Donald Trump, who announced in November that he would also make another run for office. Trump is expected to face a vigorous primary race, though he remains the candidate to beat. He responded with his own 4.5 minute video response on his True Social platform, blasting Biden's record and repeating baseless claims that the 2020 election was rigged. Fox News just lost $787 million because of that. They were saying that the election was rigged when it wasn't. That's why they were sued. And this idiot who currently is on trial for rape, as well just got indicted for this hush money, has the audacity to be running for president. This is the problem that we have with politics. 80-year-old Biden, who's losing his mind, by the way, with Kamala Harris as the backup, who has not proven herself in the role at all. Sorry, sis. Nobody even likes this chick. But putting
Mhm.
her in position to be the next future president, because he's 80, next to Donald Trump. I'm done. I don't even know where to go with this. Vote for Kanye. I will not be voting for Kanye. Rest up. I will not.
I thought we went through this and came up with the only viable solution. Vote for
Well,
the
when are
man.
you
Big
throwing?
Bill
So
Speed.
when are you putting your team together to start your nomination process? What are we
Well, my
doing?
campaign
Let's do it.
managers, my campaign managers,
Oh, now
they
with
ain't
the
doing their
campaign
job.
managers,
Yeah, that part.
evolution
Y'all want manage,
clearly since
y'all
we
want
put him on the
manage
political track.
campaign. Look, y'all want to manage campaign. Listen, I'm gonna change things. Listen, I'm gonna shake the world up. That part.
Listen, this is what we have to focus on, getting Phil nominated for president. It could happen. Based on what we see out there, it could happen.
And honestly,
Because,
I'd be a better choice.
I mean, listen, I think we would agree on this platform. I just don't know if 100 and something votes would matter. They would count.
Trust me. Once I get out there and get my message out there, and they be like, "Oh, he's staying for the real." Listen, it's gonna change some things from the blue collar white person on down to the hood. They're gonna be like, "Oh, guys, get Big Phil in there." Listen,
Yes. Listen. I think Kennedy's son, next person that's going to run for president will PP Herman. Oh, that is funny.
don't do 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 do
Not
do
PP Herman.
do.
Afro Man
Oh
is
yeah,
running.
Afro
Yeah,
is
we
right.
talked about that. We talked about that last week, Nazir, the fact that Afro Man is running, I didn't even know who he was. But and I think it just throws ish in the can. I'm down if I'm still gonna be head of state. You that girl, you are head of state. You got it. That role belongs to you and only you.
So I want to ask you, what are you implying with the head of state? Like with evolution, you got to ask these things.
Whatever she's implying, I'm down for it. Just sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get those votes to make things happen. That's all I'm gonna say about
That
that.
man, that man.
I don't know. And the
Al,
vice
I
president's
think you're right,
city
Al. I think
girls.
you're right.
For real. Okay. If you know, you
You
know.
you
That's
know.
it. You gotta make those, you have to make those alliances, honey. You have to make those alliances. We on
Al says
Phil's
he think
team.
Kennedy's son will win over Biden anyway, but I feel like a
Okay.
Republican will be in office next term. Hmm. Interesting.
We'll see.
Interesting.
It has to be a really strong Republican because while I'm not party, I'm kind of I don't really I care about the principle and the platform that you're running on, but notoriously Republicans they run on a very um they have a very how do I say they rock with what they rock with, and even with the conservative, the abortion, like they have been doing all types of stuff with regards to abortion. Some states, you don't have the right to tell me what to do with my body, just period. You don't have the right to tell me what to do with my body. And so the fact that they feel like they can is an issue for me when it comes to Republicans. With Democrats, y'all are too lenient. Like y'all are giving money away like it's water. It's just like, here, you get a bag, you get a bag, you get
Well, send one
no.
down here. Send one to my
Right.
address. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I hear you, Miss Ryder. She said we can't get the likes up. How you think Phil's gonna get them votes up? That's funny.
Damn man. Take the
Shots
time to hit the
fired.
like the match. Listen, take the time to hit the thumbs up for your boy and for your girl. Be loved.
We love
Listen.
y'all. We come here for y'all. We come here for y'all. But yeah, I have an issue with people telling me what to do with my body. I have an issue with them having any kind of say so about the curriculum in schools. Like, there's just so much that's going on behind the scenes that really just impacts our day-to-day life. And like Ron DeSantis disgusts me on so many levels. He disgusts me on so many levels on how he integrates or how he interacts. But this is politics. We're gonna keep an eye on the race for y'all, as stuff keeps
As it
unfolding.
unfolds. That's a
We
fact.
do have another black senator who's put his hat in the ring, or he's basically doing exploratory right now. You have Nikki Haley, who's, I believe, Indian. She's of Indian descent. She has her hat in the ring as well. So there's a lot of people to watch. Bernie Sanders, however, who is an independent, did endorse Joe Biden, which I found interesting. People
Mm.
still want Bernie to run. And now if Joe Biden's 80, Bernie gotta be about 95 because Bernie is old as dirt. And good morning, Seldom
Shout out to
Seen.
Bernie. Shout out to Bernie.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you, Mr.
Ryder. To you,
Ryder.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate you.
And I
Seldom
don't
seen.
know how
Good
Trump
morning to you.
is allowed
Both.
to
Absolutely.
even consider running, given the fact that he's currently under indictment, given the fact that he's currently the defendant in a rape trial. Now, the rape trial, this chick has always been reputable in her story. So here's the crazy part. This is where I say karma's a bitch. Hear me out. Hear me out, y'all. Bill Cosby went to jail for rape. Bill Cosby went to jail
Oh,
because
light on the R
he
word. Light on the R word.
sorry for violating a woman. What happened was basically they came to an agreement. Him and the victim came to an agreement. In that agreement, he admitted that he had done certain things to put her in a position to violate her. That's what he put in the statement. He said, I did this and I did that. And so, because of that, this was supposed to dead it. Nobody was supposed to ever know about it. He paid her $4 million. It was supposed to be quiet, shut, no problem. What happens is 20 years later, some new prosecutor comes in, looks at the case, revisits it, and says, "We taking you to trial," which technically wasn't supposed to happen, which is why he's free right now. He's out because they were never supposed to indict him, take him to trial. In that trial, while they figuring all of this out, because that's how legal mumbo jumbo is, they wind up putting him in jail. He spends a few years behind bars. They find a technicality. He was never supposed to be charged or put through a trial because they had already agreed that that was a dead issue. Karma. Now we're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump for years has talked about how he has been aggressive towards women, grabbing their body parts. Like, he said it. It's not a secret. He has said it, and he's behaved in that way. So now this particular woman, who through New York state law, technically her rape case passed its statute of limitation. Last year, New York State opened that law up for people who had cases that had rape cases who had passed statute of limitations. They now had an open door to go back and revisit that case. This woman went back. This is where the case is right now. The case has started. They are currently picking up, they're looking for jurors right now. They're in the jury process selection. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump, you going to jail for something. Karma is a bitch. And when you think you can't be touched, when it comes to the legal system, laws change all the time that allow people to either that couldn't be in that situation to be in those situations, that are in those situations to come out of those situations. It really does vary year by year. And so I don't understand how this man who is in this situation is allowed to run for presidency again. I have issue with it, but this is the way of the world. Yes, sexual assault.
I
Bernie didn't get the
I
memo. I didn't get the memo on what?
I
Oh
also
no, I
say
didn't get
that
the memo.
the state case is a purposeful situation to open up the door for the feds. As somebody that's kind of boxed and wrestled with the law in both arenas, I've seen how it's done with them using state stuff to open a federal door. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and as you see, that if you've been watching Twitter and other news agencies, they've been saying that this person and that person has been pulled in, or they've been trying to pull in this person to question them on the federal level, and to which Donald Trump's defense team has lost motions trying to block certain people to have to testify before a grand jury on the federal side. So this state case is the Pandora's box, kind of to allow for certain things in the federal side to move forward, because it paints a person as involved with more than just one isolated incident or whatever. So y'all be mindful and keep your eyes open for that. In this in the state case itself, it goes to show you, right, when people want you, they'll change the law to get at you. And Donald Trump has
Right.
over the years ruffled a lot of feathers, not just verbally in the media, but business wise. He's ruffled a lot of feathers of some heavy hitters, some politicians, heavily influenced business individuals and corporations. So in this case, it's one of those things where chickens are seemingly coming home to roost. And we're gonna have to watch and see how it play out. We're gonna have to watch and see if they actually really smack him on the wrist, or if they smack him over top his head, pause, and or what comes out of the federal situation. Because we forget about January 6th and other improprieties surrounding that, Russia and some other things that I think will start to play out real soon.
It's very interesting. We definitely, will keep an eye on it. Again, it's all in news, so I'm sharing it with you guys. When it comes to politics, it kind of feels like we're helpless. And I was saying this last week. It feels like we really have no control in it. And I remember growing up as a kid where a lot of people would say, your vote doesn't matter. And I always used to buck on that. I always used to be like, your vote does matter. If your vote didn't matter, we wouldn't be able to get Obama into office. If your vote didn't matter, we wouldn't be able to get Biden into office. But at the same time, it kind of feels like if this man was to be president again, the way that he ran this country, while people are complaining how Biden is running this country, and I agree, there are some things that he could be doing way better. He's not dividing the country. And Trump has always divided this country. It's always been more about negative, you know what I'm saying? The way that he speaks, the way that he behaves, the way that, he interacts, the things that he says that are just uneducated. They're not even true. They're baseless. And it's just, I really hope that he is not the president again. But we really, I kind of feel, don't have control over it. So we'll just see how it all plays out. We'll be keeping an eye on it here. And I just want to say the next court date. Yeah, there's your clue. Yeah, I got you. The U.S. court system is slow. They are definitely. It kind of feels like this is going to be dragged. Like it'll all be dragged out, but it puts a black stain on him
Pain.
because that's what they really want to do. They just want him to look bad. Even though he's done a really good job of making himself look bad, they want to make him look bad. If y'all remember when Hillary Clinton was running for president, one of the things that was a turnoff to people other than her, for some reason, people just do not like her. They just don't. But one of the things that really impacted people's vote was the fact that she had been indicted and not indicted. They were talking about possibly indicting her on some kind of campaign funds or something like that. And it
Mm-hmm.
just left a stain on her. Like people were just like, she's not trustworthy. And so I think that's what they're hoping to do here. Unfortunately, there's been so much bad behavior with this president. I even hate saying his name, but
His own party, the majority of his own party does not want him to run or win. So they're with the
right.
shenanigans, whether they do it openly or behind the scenes. They're with everything that's going on. They want to besmirch and they want to taint his name so bad so that he cannot be a viable candidate when it comes down to it. The thing of it is, people need to stand on their square. Either you like them or you don't. And if you don't, you stand on
Yeah.
that. Don't do it behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and be like, no, say that. No, he's not a good candidate. He's not this, that, and the third. If that's how you feel, and if you feel like he's the one, stand on that too. So people know where you're at on it. People, that's the thing with politics and in general. People in general, a lot of times we play in the gray area a lot, and we don't want to stand on one side or the other. Choose ye this day. Choose a side. Choose a side and
Right.
stand on it. As a man or woman, stand on whatever it is you believe, or whatever it is you don't believe. Stop playing the middle. Stop playing the middle. That's
Right.
why we are in a lot of the bullshittery we in now, because we pacify a lot of bullshittery. We allow a lot of bullshittery, but secretly we really either really for it or against it. But we can't be man or woman enough to say enough is enough. Some things got to change. Because at the end of the day, you can say what you want about what he did positively and all that. Does his good outweigh his bad? Does some of the things that he said when it comes to a lot of you ladies went to bat
Yep.
and supported him after he talking about grabbing, like basically
Yep.
sexually assaulting you. I'll say that. Even though I think
Yep.
that even that word is kind of taboo with you two. Talking about grabbing y'all by the punani twani, whether you want them to or not. The fact that
Right.
women, even from his side of the table, condoned that garbage said a lot about U.S. politics, about the mindset of people, and just
Yep.
other things. If you pay attention to how he's done business over the years, yes, he's a shrewd businessman, but at the same time, his
He's a
business
crook.
practices have not always been well received or
Shady.
done and shady. That's a fact. So whoever supports him, cool. If that's who you want to support, have at it. Just stand on it. And if you don't support him, don't teeter back and forth. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your
Right.
chest. And you feel like Biden
Right.
ain't the one, say it with your chest and look for a
Right.
viable candidate that can stand up against Trump and anybody else that the Republicans put out to run the race. That part.
Agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree. That what people don't understand though is that
it's a
he
fact.
has to get the nomination. Like people think he could just. It doesn't work like that. The Republicans have to nominate him to put him in the seat to run. And so we need to get past that process before he can even we think about him sitting in the presidency. And to your point, Phil, I think that's where Republicans will speak out and say, no, you're not the candidate that represents our party. No, you will not be nominee for the Republicans. Now, if he wants to run independent, that's a whole other situation. But you know, chin up, tits out, ladies.
What? Hey, pretty blue. What? That man.
Yeah. But I think black people support Trump because he's just honest. He doesn't care about politics. He just cares about being seen and heard. And I think as people, we just want somebody who's authentic, somebody who's not moving into, well, I have to be politically correct over here, to make this happen over here. I can't say this over here because I know it's going to offend them over here. So I think that's what people like about him, his honesty and the fact that
Thank
he's
you.
just blatant about it. Thank you, Afro Latina. And we love that. I think that's why people were even down for Kanye. You know what I'm saying? When he threw his hat in the ring, which to me was absolutely ludicrous. It was a power play or chess move by Trump to put somebody in to split the votes. What they were hoping was that Kanye would run and that people would vote for Kanye and it would split the votes. So he would take the Democratic votes and then it would put Trump into position. It just didn't work out that way. Have y'all seen where Kanye actually went to so the funny part about all of that is that President Trump wound up kicking Kanye and his people out of his Mar-a-Lago estate a few months ago when Kanye went to him and asked Trump if he would run as his vice president. Y'all remember that? It was a few months ago. They
If
went
you don't
to
get him the figure out of here, unchain Kanye. If you don't get your bum ass back on up to Wyoming and smoke that Wyoming weed, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and when
Little
I say he's
finesse.
honest, who's
Little
on?
finesse. That's a fact. The problem is everyone has a price. That part.
Yeah. Agreed. I think, when I mean his honesty, I'm not saying that I don't even think he knows how to lie. He's just that one of those people who just speaks. Like he doesn't even think. It doesn't even go through a think process. It just goes from his brain out his mouth, and that's what it is. And we used to unfiltered. I mean, we got aunties, our own mamas were unfiltered. They didn't care. They were gonna say what they wanted to say. They didn't care whose feelings it hurt. And I think it just Hey, Seldom. See, I think I think that that's what people appreciate about him. But we're gonna see how this all plays out because at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's happening. We can't do anything about it. Like I said,
Mm.
and just the fact that we we talk about it because I just find it funny as hell. All of it
I,
is just
I've given
funny.
I've given y'all the only viable course of action. That's the vote for
Phil
Big
speaks for
Bill
president.
State. That part. You gonna get you a real candidate that's gonna really be for the peoples. And
Yes.
listen. I got the answer for homelessness, uh, hunger, bigotry, all that. Listen, y'all would have the first candidate in history that run on a real platform that's been through the muck and mire and know what the people want and need. That
Yep.
part. Listen, y'all managers, so-called managers, Beloved, Evolution, Brooklyn, get on your job and stop being
All right.
Kamalas.
Let's.
Huh? Y'all being Kamalas out there.
But that's what I'm saying, Keisha. It's not, when I say honesty, I don't mean like he was telling the truth. He's just raw in what he says. And people appreciate that. He doesn't sidestep, he doesn't tiptoe. He doesn't, you could say, hey, say this, because if you say this, it's going to make other people feel this way. You know what I'm saying? It's about bringing people together. So I mean his rawness. I don't mean his honesty in terms of what he's saying is the truth. I mean in terms of how he represents himself and how he speaks out. So
Let's
sorry.
keep it funky. Trump, if you ask me, the real reason why Trump ran was so that internationally doors would be open for him to get to talk to certain people on a business tip, to further his selfish ventures, to be able to expand Trump properties and things of that nature and business interests, thus the Putin relationship and other things. Pay
Right.
attention. He's smart in that way. He's smart in that way. Um, it allowed for him to gain a certain stance whereas before he was considered a shrewd businessman, to some people a good businessman, to others a bad businessman. Now you become the president or ex-president who now has ties, political ties, and or personal and professional ties to multiple countries that would be willing to have the one of the presidents of the United States to do business in their country. Pay attention. He's not
Yeah.
stupid. He is stupid, but he's not stupid, if that makes sense.
Yeah, agreed. And at the end of the day, they all fueling their own agenda. Everybody has their own agenda. You know, Biden's son has been looked at, reviewed, investigated. So, and I'm with her. I need my money, Phil. Like, right. Let's get this campaign fund together so that we can figure out this money
I
and we
said
could
nothing about
talk.
no damn picnic evolution broccoli.
Okay. She said she could be swayed.
You know
I
what I
want my
mean? Like,
taxes.
look, I don't want no problems. I don't want no. That's why I ain't got
I
no
want,
manager now.
seriously. I Okay. You got two managers. I don't know what you're talking about. You just keep refuting it, but I promise you, when that contract comes up, I will take you to court. Out my 10%. I want my 10%, Phil.
Listen,
You
we
have a
come from
manager.
there.
You have
You,
two,
you,
just so you
we
know.
we come from the era where cursive is a thing, so I know how to sign a signature. That my signature ain't no nothing. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Now these youngins, they might even put their
It's
thumb on
verbal.
shit.
Verbal right here.
Or
It's verbal. It's verbal. It's all right here on live. It's all on YouTube. You can catch it right here on YouTube.
y'all ever had heard me saying nothing?
We heard you say it all. Don't even go there. All of it. Friday nights, all of it.
What you
Y'all tell me
talking?
where the Knicks are at right now. What are the Knicks scores? Tell me, for my sports guys, where are we in the playoffs, y'all?
Don't nobody
What
give
are the
a fig.
playoffs?
Don't nobody
What
give
you
a fig.
mean? What you
No, shout out.
talking?
Now shout out to
What
the
you
Knicks.
what you talking?
They actually kind of
Eh,
doing their thing. Look, I ain't no hater. I ain't no hater.
What you talking? Pretty Blue, he has two managers. Me and Evolution Brooklyn are
I
his
don't have no
managers.
man. What?
We are his managers. He just keeps bucking. It's like being in a relationship when you like, you my man. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. We go together for real, real.
I don't know what it is they smoking, ladies and gentlemen, but they smoking some ooh to the we. You and me.
No, I wish I was smoking some ooh to the weed. J man, what you got for me? Okay, Knicks are 3-1, baby. Thank you. Knicks play again tonight.
That's a fact,
They are
J man. I was
3-1
telling her
against the
about it earlier.
Cavs. Yes. What he made for me?
Remember I told you
Okay.
the yeah some merch.
Oh, J man. Okay. We
Hey
can't
man,
wait. I
like
can't wait. I'm super excited. Y'all know how
yeah.
much I love to promote, shout out top brands, especially black owned businesses. I understand we like nice stuff, but it's just like, get something unique, get something that everybody else is not wearing, get something that people want you to wear it. It's representative of us.
That
Lakers in
part.
5, Fly them out, Phil for president. Exactly.
What?
Phil for we gonna have a big old plane. Phil,
Now
Phil for
that's
president.
funny. Now that's funny. Fly him out, Phil for president. Picture me rolling.
No, Tara Davis. I don't understand. All right, let's talk about this. Keisha Hall just brought up Tara Davis, the long jumper who got suspended for marijuana.
Wow.
So I this gets me a little because it takes me back to the Shakari Richardson situation
Mm-hmm.
where I can't really feel bad for you, sis. Because at the end of the day, you as an athlete, A, should not be putting anything like that in your body anyway. But why? Why would you risk your career? Why would you risk everything
It's
to smoke some weed?
marijuana. It's marijuana. Listen, what does weed normally do? Weed normally chills a person
I'm a
out,
name brand. Yes,
make them
you are.
more calm, make them more relaxed. So how the hell you jump further off of weed? How the hell you run faster off of weed? Listen, they need to rethink that one. Of all the other drugs and whatever, I think the sporting industry, Olympics and other entities might need to rethink that one because there's
You
certain
saying
there's
they
certain
should?
because there's other enhancement and other over the counter situations that are borderline that they should have more problems with, like the creatines and things of that nature that actually help enhance certain things of the athletes or whatever. And there's been problems and issues with them over time. What you laughing about? What happened?
Rest of said Phil would no longer fly. Will no longer flying
Anybody else?
anybody out. Thanks, management.
That
I
part, I
don't
don't
know how
want
you
no
got even.
problems. I
Rest
don't
of,
want
I
no
don't even know
problems.
how you got into this. You are not a manager.
Listen, I don't want no problems. I don't want no.
We need that plane, Phil. We need that
Good one.
presidential plane. We need that
Look, it would be the
presidential plane.
what is it called? The Air Force One. It'd be the big
No,
Phil Figgity one. It'd be the Figgity one. You hear me?
yeah, exactly. I've never known marijuana to make you faster, so I'm not really sure if that's the argument here.
Right. That's what I'm
Marijuana
like.
slows you down. Like,
But it's partially the problem, the overall problem that black and minority athletes are deemed to be faster, stronger, more apt in sports situations, and they're looking for anything to preclude or exclude, not preclude, but exclude
yeah,
athletes. So it's like they
yeah.
looked for a reason, and weed of all things. Like I said, when there's other additives, supplements, and other things that have been talked about that they want to remove that do more in enhancement purposes for people that are borderline steroid enhancements than weed would ever be. So that's the only thing I said. But to your point, you're right. If it's illegal, if you know it's illegal, do without it. Why
Don't
you
take
training? Why
it.
the only thing is they say weed stays in your system longer, and I think that could be, you can get around that, but that's to me. But I'm just saying.
No, evolution said, "Come on! At this point, these runners know better. They know these folks not out here playing with them no more. Get the Weed Be Gone kit on Amazon. Not
Man, get you some apple cider vinegar. Drink you some water and some apple cider vinegar. It'll get it up out
come
your
on, them
system.
Jaspi. Nah,
Breathe,
not Phil
don't
giving
breathe,
out frequent
everybody.
flyer miles.
Hey,
Phil,
hey,
so I got a
Fonte,
question, Phil.
stop. No, you don't.
Would there be a poll on the presidential plane? Would there be a
Hell
poll on the
nah.
presidential plane, Phil?
The only pole on the plane would be mine. Pause.
Oh, God.
Pause. What? What?
Oh well, that's I can't ride that plane. I need my own plane. I need the Be Love plane.
It'll be the best ride anybody could ever experience. No, no. Let me
I
stop.
pass on that
Look, y'all,
plane.
look.
I'm flying United. I'll meet you there.
I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems.
Please, me either. Me either.
Listen, y'all
Oh
trying to
my
get me in trouble,
goodness.
and I ain't got nobody even to be in trouble with. Y'all trying to get me in
I
trouble.
do. Y'all trying to get me fired out here for real.
Then don't do
Listen,
you
as
like
we come Pretty Blue, get your we gonna sign you up for the frequent flyer mile club. You gotta get your membership together. Get
hold
ready
on,
to
hold on,
pay
hold on,
your
hold on. You didn't say
what's the
frequent, you said
evolution? What's
frequent.
the
You didn't say frequent, you said
the
frequent fly.
freaking fly
Wow.
evolution? We gotta figure out how much that monthly membership is gonna be. You get to fly for free or not free. You get unlimited rides. You only get 3 rides a week. Like you have to figure out the membership plan so that we can get Phil on this plane. Okay. As we
Oh,
come up
Dance.
to
What
the
did you talk about,
top
Dance?
of the
What did you talk
I
about?
love you guys. This has been I actually needed this hump day rewind with you guys. I always have such a good time with all of you, and I just love you guys so much. Thank you for bringing so much energy and so much love to my life because I need it. I needed this shot of good inspiration, good laughs, good talk. You know, freaking Phil Miles is crazy, right? We can make it a membership. 59.99, 99.99. What we doing? We gonna figure it out. We gonna
Frequent.
work it. We gonna talk to you, Phil. So we can make sure that you're optimal,
I
that you're
don't want no
performing at an
problem.
optimal level. We gotta make sure
Listen,
you perform. We gonna get my listen stars and everything. Love you too.
I don't know what the figurity has been going on here.
Evolution. This sounds like a business idea to me. Come on,
Whatever
let's make it
strain, whatever
happen.
strain y'all been smoking, I think y'all should, put it down, tamp it out,
Yeah,
back up, go back to the dispensary, be like, this here is doing something different to me, and I don't want it.
this is what you said. This is what
what
you
I
had said. You
what
had
I had
said that there's only one pole on the plane, which means
you
that you
had
put it
asked
into
me the
work.
question. You
Right.
asked me the question, but I ain't
Right.
say
So
nobody
that's what you had said. So I just came
all
up with
these
a
mild
business
packets.
idea based on your response. Like you listen, you have to be I'm an entrepreneur. I always find ways to make money. So this is just another way to make money. The feel, what is it?
Nothing.
Freaking flyer miles.
I don't know what the figgity y'all talking about. Listen, can we all just get along?
We are getting along. Exactly. We would have to play from the soul plane. Yo, I love it. It'd be the GMG plane.
Y'all are something
All
else.
right, co-host, what you got going on this week, man? We coming to the top of the
Not no
hour.
freaking flyer miles, not that. Look.
That's gonna be the first meeting this week after this call, y'all. We're gonna be talking about the freaking flyer miles or the GMG plane.
Listen,
Be lit, red and white, baby, red and white, red and white. What you got going on,
you
Phil?
know what, Daz? You need to stop that one. Nah, But anyway, anywho, y'all know where y'all can catch me on these IG streets and on these YouTube streets. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays here on YouTube with my lovely co-host B Love, the Good Morning Gang Show.
Yes,
Tell a friend to tell a friend, even your enemies and your kin. Tell them to come on in. We have a ball here. Y'all see, we talk our bullshittery and our ish, but we also provide
yes.
intellect and insight into news and trending topics. Also, you can catch me and my ugly, beautiful co-host, Evolution Brooklyn, on the Field of Love Friday shows, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on
Yes.
Fridays here on YouTube. I'm starting a show called The Daily Tap In on IG, so you'll see me around IG. You'll see me around like tires and all these innuendos, accusations, and other things. I got
Business
nothing to do.
ideas,
I don't know. I don't know whose idea that was or is or ain't.
yours.
That never.
You
you
started it.
listen.
Then you
I'm I,
started it.
I'm just trying to. You know what I'm saying? Live with
I'm just
positive
an
vibes
entrepreneur.
only. Positive
just an
vibes.
entrepreneur trying to
Me too.
monetize off of the positive vibes. That's all I'm trying to
Oh,
do
is
over
that what
here.
who's
That's
positive
all
vibes?
we trying to do over here. Monetize on the positive vibes. You guys know where you could catch your girl every Wednesday, LGL Real Talk on Instagram, guys. 7:30. Sometimes I do it on Thursdays. It really just depends on my week. I don't know where my co-host just went, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll be right back in. Until he is, I just want to remind you guys that I love you guys so much. Have an incredible hump day, the rest of your day. Always remember, love God, love yourselves, stay blessed. And my co-host, when he comes back, is going to take us out. Co-host, no. I know it's something about a tete-a-tete. The next time we tete-a-tete, just make sure you loving on somebody. Where's your volume? On purpose. So we have 6 minutes left. Where's he at? I love you, RW. Thank you guys so much. Pretty Blue. Love you guys so much. Desby X. You timing us?
There
Make
we
sure
go.
it's there you go. Drink
The
naked is
powers
hump
that be
day.
was
I
messing
love
with
it.
me.
Don't cut y'all short. Yeah, we can't. We can't cut y'all short. It's me.
Oh, it is.
Oh, that's what it is. She's ready to get on that plane, Phil. Ready to get on that plane.
Listen, I'm trying to be good, but
Me too. Phil.
trouble, trouble, trouble. That one. Ain't
I'm just an
nobody got me
entrepreneur.
nervous. Ain't nobody got me nervous. I'm channeling. You hear me? Hand
Hmm.
steady. Call me cool
Think
hand
about
feet.
those. Think about those memberships, Phil. Just think about those memberships. Love on somebody.
Candace B. Literally. Listen, figuratively and
I
literally.
lovely think.
Listen, I know my co-host has some place she has to be. You know what I'm saying? She has some beef grease to conjure up and you know.
Beef grease keeps you smiling. That's all I'm gonna say. Everybody
Hey,
need a
you've been
little beef
smiling the
grease
whole
in their
show.
life. I'm
Yeah,
saying it's been
power
funny.
to the people. But
Power
nah,
to the beef
listen.
grease.
I didn't get to hear. I don't know. I didn't know if you finished saying what all you got going on this week because I apologize because it was things got
It's
discombobulated.
okay.
But
I said
yeah.
our co-host is my co-host is gonna take us out.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
Hmm.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you're going through, no matter what somebody around you is going through or trying to push on you, smile on purpose because you never know what it might do for somebody. And more importantly, as Candace B said, love on somebody on
Yes, on
purpose.
purpose.
Purpose with
For sure.
purpose. And until the next time we can chop it up and have a tater. Until that day, you know what I like to say, be love. Ah, holla. Thank y'all for
Bye
tuning in,
guys.
tapping in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We out.